Well, hello. Welcome back, guys, for another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Morphe 39A palette. It is the star of their holiday collection palettes that they've got out right now. Before we start talking about that though, if you're brand spanking new to my channel, this is the first time you're looking at my face, go ahead and subscribe if you love beauty videos. So just smash that subscribe button. It should be somewhere, nope, right here. Hit that button. And to all my oldie but goodie subbies, I'm so happy to see you guys again. Thank you for all your love and your support. It means the world to me. So all right, let's just get right into this. So this right here is the 39A palette, and I'm telling you guys, it is huge. It is freaking huge. It is called the Dare to Create. So this is the biggest palette. They do have two other smaller palettes in their holiday collection. This does retail for $32 plus shipping. You can use a discount code. There's a ton of people have discount codes. Unfortunately, I don't have one, but I believe I did use a 10% and it was about $28 plus shipping. So it just takes off a small amount, but when I show you guys what this palette looks like, I mean, it is definitely worth it because you just get so much for that amount of money. So when you open this guy up here, there is a little plastic insert with all of the names. Ugh, don't want to blind you guys. There we go. And when you take it off here, you can really see all of the colors. I mean, look at that. It is so crazy. So I love that they really give you this huge row of transition colors that can also act as contour, and you get pops of color as well as browns for all the neutral lovers. So this is really like an all-in-one palette, and I mean, this guy is gonna last you for a freaking long time. I did forget to say that this is a collaboration with the YouTuber James Charles. So, you know, I mean, kudos to him for coming up with the selection of colors. And I'm not sure if he was involved in the actual design. This does look pretty freaking cool. Now, I will note, guys, when you open this up, that there is no mirror here in the top. There is a quote that says, "Be your own muse, we dare you." I really wish that there was a mirror, but I'm assuming that would make it really heavy. So if you're planning to travel with this, it's probably best that there isn't a mirror. So that being said, I did do the rest of my face makeup and I left my eyes bare. I'm hoping that there isn't any fallout, but we're gonna see what is going on with this. So fingers crossed. I do wanna do something a little bit more dramatic, like that's what I'm feeling, but we'll see how this turns out. So to prime my eyes, I'm gonna use the Urban Decay eye primer in the shade Caffeine because I'm gonna be using some like brighter colors and I really want them to pop. And the best thing about this particular primer is that when it's blended out, it does even look like you just have concealer there. But you know, I do have oily lids, so for me, I really need to make sure I use a primer. If you can get away with just concealer, then I'm sure that's gonna be fine too. To set that, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Invisimatte Blotting Powder. And this is just because it's a nice transition powder. It goes on really nice. You don't see any texture at all. So now that we're all set up for success, I get to dip into the first transitional color. So I'm gonna use Sunder and Define Me. I'm just gonna mix them together. My first impression is kind of, after dipping them in, that they are like pretty buttery, but look how much you can see on there of the actual transition. I did tap off excess because I really wanna make sure that I don't get anything under my eyes. Ooh. Actually, this is really freaking pigmented for a couple dips in there. Wow, love it, I love it. It looks so nice. So if you are a person of color, there are some really good transition shades in this palette for you. Ooh, so far I love my transition. It looks so seamless and wow, it just blended out really, really easily. If you're a beginner, this is gonna be a really good palette for you as well, because you actually don't have to do much work when you're blending. It's great. So next I'm gonna dip into this one right here, Indigo. It just looks like this beautiful, you know, dark blue color, and I want something dramatic, so you know what, let's just dive right in and do it, you know. So I'm dipping my flat brush in, and damn, like so much pigment. Look at this, guys, look at this. That's a lot of pigment. I just dipped it in lightly twice. That's crazy. I'm gonna tap off some excess, and yes, you can see a lot come off when you tap it. So I'm gonna do a halo eye, so I'm gonna concentrate this on the inner parts and then the outer parts. Oh wow, this is actually really pretty, and the color is very pigmented. Like, wow, I'm very impressed. And just to blend that out in my transition, I'm gonna take that same blending brush and really just like smooth things out. So as I'm using this indigo shade, I'm finding that you do have to like build it up. When it first goes on, it is very pigmented, but if you have hooded eyes, you're gonna need to spend some time going over those parts of your eyes that have creases. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now, just kind of making sure that the color consistency is there. But I think that if you probably have a lot of lid space on your eyes, that's not really gonna be an issue for you. But just so you guys know, but still, after building it up, it didn't take me that long. This is what it looks like. So, I mean, you can get that color payoff. It's not really that big of a deal. So next, I'm gonna go into this color here. It's called So Glam. It's like I don't know, it's like a greenish yellow kind of color, but I think it'll go well with the blue. So that's gonna go in the centers of my eye, where I've left it open. I'm gonna take a flat brush here. This is from Wet n Wild. It's just their like $1 brushes. I'm also going to take some shadow on my brush, and then I'm going to spray some Fix Plus because I really want it to pop some more. So after it's wet with Fix Plus, I'm picking it up. It's picking up a decent amount, and then I'm gonna go in and kind of like fill in that middle part. So I'm noticing that with the brush, it just doesn't really pick up very much. So I'm gonna use my finger, my ring finger, dip it in there, and see, now it's a lot. So I'm just going to add it there. Ooh, isn't that pretty, guys? So pretty. And so this is kind of roughly what it looks like. I'm gonna take some time and kind of do some more blending so that the transitions are a little, you know, more seamless. But so far, I do want to note that with that shimmer color, what is it called? So Glam, I did get a tiny bits of fallout. It's not a lot, but I definitely suggest do your eyes first. For sure, do your eyes first, so that way you won't have to do any touch-ups later on. So now I'm going to use a lighter color in my brow bone area. I'm going to use the color Bear. It seems to be the lightest color, and I'm just using this little flat brush here, and I'm going to tap off the excess and then just add it lightly. Actually, not very visible on my skin. I thought it'd be a lot lighter, but that's okay. I think it'll be a really good transition color instead. There aren't many like brow bone highlighter, like shimmery colors in this palette, so I don't want to use like another palette, but just beware. If you like to have a shimmery brow bone highlight like shade in there, is not going to be in there for you. It's basically like matte transition colors, you know what I mean? So I'm going to take a bit of some liner. This is the same one that I used in my last tutorial. It's the Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes. This is a really, really, really good liner, and I'm going to line the bottom parts of my eye, or my bottom lash, I guess. And then quickly, I'm going to go ahead and smoke that out before it sets. For my gel liner, I'm using my trusty Inglot gel number 77. This is the truest, purest black. And for me, it's easier to make my liner with an angled brush. This is from Sonia Kashuk, and to just draw it on like that. For mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash and just putting on a light coat because I'm gonna put falsies on top. I just want it to look really black and to like blend in with those lashes. I'm using these little lashes from K-Minx. This is what they look like. The little box is so cute. And this is the style Who 832. So cute. If you like this lash, I will have a link for it in my description box. Okay, so now that I've got my lashes on, I feel like I'm more like in the complete stages of this eye makeup. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. I do want to have a little pop of something in the inner corner, and I'm looking at it and I think I'm going to use this bronzy color here. It's called Artistic, and this is like kind of in the way, but I think that bronzy color is gonna go really, really nice. I'm gonna add that right here. It actually looks really nice. I'm gonna do it to the other eye as well. See, here's my thing. I do want to say about that shade Artistic, I feel like you do need a wet brush or Fix Plus, because I just felt like when I tried to use it without it, it just like went on kind of crumbly. I don't know. I mean, that's just my experience putting it in the inner corner. If it's a flat brush, that could be a little bit different because I did use my pencil brush. I don't know, I just felt like I needed my brush to be wet to work with it. That's the impression that I got when I tried to use it without it. So anyway, I think that this eye look looks beautiful. It's like a dramatic AF. But it's awesome. I love it. Now, something that I kind of want to talk to you guys about, because I do want to tell you my final like first impressions now that I've used it. I do feel like a lot of the matte shades, although they're like buttery and they blend out really nicely, I feel like you do need to take your time to build it up if you're going to use them as a lid shade. And the one that I used, Indigo, which is the darker color on my lid, definitely needed to be built up. I found that it did blend out really nicely up near the top, but I did want it to be like a really, really, really like dark indigo color, so it took me a lot of time. That's just because my skin is darker. If you have lighter skin, maybe, you know, honestly, you might not even have to build it up that much because I feel like it'll just show more true to color. But for me, I need something that's like very pigmented. So, I mean, that's okay. I don't know that I would necessarily use it as a main lid color. I would probably just use it at the ends to like maybe smoke something out a little bit, add some like color, like smoked out look, if that makes sense. But it does look really, really nice right now. So far I'm really loving it. I just love the actual middle row here is so nice. These colors like really, really blend out nicely. I would definitely suggest using your fingers for these shimmer shades because I feel like they go on a lot nicer, and then using like a smaller flat brush when you need to do detail work, like to get it up near the top and make sure it's even, stuff like that. I do think that the palette is well worth the money that you're gonna spend. If you spend $32 or if you use a discount code and you get it down to $28, I think it's so freaking worth it. I do love that they included like a classic black shade in here because I hate having to dig into other palettes for a black shade. Like, I know it's everybody puts a black shade in there, but when you need it, it's just so nice to have it in there, you know? One of the other things I love about this palette is there's just so many different color combinations, and there's like something for everybody. If you're like a warm toned kind of person, then like, girl, like you're gonna love like this right here. If you're neutrals, you're gonna love this right here, and this whole row right here. And I feel like these darker shades can even be used for like contour. So I definitely want to try that out. I'm gonna get my contour brush, my handy dandy MAC 135, and I think, gosh, this is so hard for me. I'm gonna try, I don't know if you guys can see it, this one right here. I'm just gonna take this out. This is annoying. I knew I was not gonna need this. Oh, actually that's really, really nice. It's more of like a cool toned. So I'm gonna dip it and mix it in with this color right here. Oh my goodness, that's very, 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 very beautiful. Look at that, guys. I mean, it looks really, really nice. And it's super buttery. Blends out really nice. Like, you barely need to blend it out. So that's what it looks like on the other side. If you're a darker toned girl, you know how hard it is to find a contour shade that's deep enough for you. So if you're my shade, I think that's gonna work really well. If you have a warm skin tone, also try using this one here too. And actually, if you wanna even use a deeper one, this eyeshadow would probably be really nice as a contour. So I feel like there's multiple purposes within this palette. Like, you can get a lot out of it, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if it's limited edition, and that I do have to check. So I will let you guys know down here if it is, but I really hope that you guys like this. This is a look that's definitely out of my comfort zone. I don't do stuff like this very often, but I'm really glad that I pushed myself to try. All in all, I really love this palette. There's a few shades which I think take a little bit of a learning curve to like adjust to, you know what I mean? So I would definitely suggest doing your eye makeup first, and then until you get the hang of it, then doing your face. You know, everybody has a preference which they like to do first. I definitely love it, so it's like 2 thumbs up for me on the price, on the color selection, and I'm like a little bit iffy on the way some of the shadows blend, but I think that I need to give it some time to work with it a little bit more, and then maybe my attitude might kind of change on that. But props to James Charles, he did a really great job. I think that this palette is bomb. Bomb.com. Okay, well, thank you for chilling with me. I do want to let you guys know that there are 2 videos right here for you to watch, and don't forget to subscribe if you're still here and you haven't already. I love you guys. I'm like crazy about you guys. And I also love when you guys give me suggestions for videos. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.